Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my first ever video, so I apologize if it's a little all over the place. I tried my best to edit this and make it look as professional as possible, but you know, I'm only using my iPhone and iMovie app. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I colored this hair. It is a 13x1 lace front 613 wig. It's 20 inches and I tried to curl it, but I'm not best at it. So yeah, if you want to see how I did this, keep on watching.
So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna get a section in the front for the face framing highlights. I kind of did it in a triangular shape, if you can see what I mean. It depends on you if you want it thicker or thinner. Once you get that section, just take a strip of foil and cover it so hair dye doesn't get all over it. So once you're done with that, just get a rat tail comb and take a section of the hair on top of the wig and weave in and out through that section. That is for highlights later on, so you don't want to get the darker hair dye on those strands. So you're gonna do this again on the other side of the wig, weave in and out and cover it with foil. I did it about 3 or 4 times, I believe, because I just wanted subtle highlights on the top of the hair. But it's up to you how many times you want to do that. So after you do all the highlights on the top of the hair, you're going to take a huge section on the very bottom of the wig. It could be like 4 or 5 tracks or as little as 3. It's up to you, but you're gonna have to take a huge section of hair on the bottom. These are the hair dyes that we'll be using from Revlon. They're like $2.75 each. We're going to use the 33 on the right, the darker one, for the very bottom part of the wig. So just follow the directions on the box and dye that section of the hair with that color. Just make sure you saturate that part with enough hair dye so it doesn't look patchy. Once you're done dyeing it, you're just going to take a strip of foil big enough to cover that area that you just dyed. After that, you're just going to take another section of the hair, about 3 to 4 tracks, and you're going to tie the rest of the hair so it doesn't get in the way. Then you're going to take a chunk of that hair that's sectioned out and you're going to tease it. It creates a balayage effect. And you have to make sure that you tease it enough so it creates that effect. This is what it should look like. Then you're going to take the lighter hair dye, the light ash brown, and you're just gonna dye the hair that's not teased up. going to cover it with foil so it doesn't get anywhere else. Then grab another chunk of hair right next to the one you just dyed and tease it up. After that, we're going to color it with a darker hair dye that we used earlier at the bottom of the hair. And then you're gonna take another chunk right next to it and do the lighter color. And the color next to that is gonna be the darker one. So it's gonna be light, dark, light, dark. So you're just gonna finish that section of the hair and you move on to another one, and you're just gonna do the same thing. You're gonna do light, dark, light, dark, and you're gonna tease the hair up. Once you get to the very top of the hair, make sure you don't get any dye on the sections that we covered in foil for the highlights. We're gonna dye those a much lighter color later. This is what it should look like. We're gonna dye the other blonde parts of the hair with a lighter shade later. I let the hair dye sit on the hair for about 20 minutes and then I washed it thoroughly with conditioner. So after we do that, we're just gonna take the leftover dye from both of the colors and we're going to saturate it with conditioner. This makes the hair dye a lot lighter. You're going to start at the very bottom of the hair and just work your way up. As you can see, I'm just slapping it on all the blonde parts of the hair because even if I get it on the darker shade, it's not going to change the color. You just have to make sure that you dye all the blonde spots thoroughly because you don't want it to look patchy. This is also the time you're going to dye the face framing highlights that we sectioned out earlier. You're going to leave that on for just 5 minutes. This is what it should look like after you've dyed all the hair. This is the hair after washing it and letting it air dry for a couple hours. I waited until the next day to curl the hair. As you can see, after a couple more hours of drying, the hair got lighter. You can see the highlights and the lowlights. I just want to show you guys how
the bottom looks. Let's see. There we go. So you can see how this color adds a lot of dimension to the hair. I really love how it looks. That's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I made it easy to follow. I really love how this hair came out, and I hope you did too. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please subscribe, because I will be doing a lot more hair videos. I'll be also doing makeup videos and maybe like lifestyle, outfits, all that good stuff. Again, thank you so much, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!